John Mama, Odia Guru, no Cata on to us, on course 18 years. You're being a winner.
Right. I didn't know where you would get. I didn't know where you would get.
I didn't know where you would get.
John Mama, Conodo Majahine. NPP Jandam no moye no ensem kwa na no mudi tro de to kwame A+ so say A+ akoka say John Mama nsan ko 10. Me wan enye A+ na kan edwom from ma say e ne kan say omu hia John Mama say ontena so. Na ade anya me be ye kwame A+ ko tena obi anim and OBS will be play the same Jandam no. Na say onim say A+ so te to ne bo. No schooly A+ there be me nkan sa o. Na emom ko ewia say ha na kuro ben so na etimede term office of a presidency a developer mine. Ebi ni wiase, wo de tieze makwa me plus e kan.
I never. Also your records.
No, me busa me make a statement.
Was some
have you abandoned?
And I say I never called for a third term for John Mahama. I only called for an end to term limits, whether it's today, whether it's after John Mahama, whether it's Baumia Baye president, whether it's Asi Dunkatia Baye president. I'm saying that we have to look at ending term limits in Ghana. That's it. I never said that John Mahama.
That was the advocacy?
Of course.
And you still advocate for it?
Oh, I think that term limits and well, man. There is nowhere in this world. There's not a single country in this world that only term limits develop. And people are not looking at it from that angle. But I can tell you for a fact that there is not a single country under the sun only developing with term limits.
And move from third world to first world with term limits.
Ebin Sida, America, and Obeka. Say America, but America never had term limits for 150 years. They only had term limits in 1951 during the 22nd Amendment. Before then, all those who were contesting for just 2 terms were doing that just by convention. It was not law. It was not law. No, there is no country in this world that Omaya term limits would 8 years. England, the king, the monarch in the building or mine. Everywhere that you have developed, because would your 8 years be 4 years work or 12? 8 years be also some bibia. Now, by the ye simple ye. John Mahama, sir, President Kufuor, Okanye, Senka President Kufuor, or Minister of Developer or mine. Every time I know a president, I'll be seen that Ghana. Every government has almost performing on in their first term, because there is an incentive to perform, which is the second term. And when they get the second term, there is no incentive to perform, because naturally, team say they will lose 8 years. Into if you work on a galamsey period, but if I didn't know Ghana politics, no, Ubia come. Maybe 30 million okruma. Mean to me, cause some democracy to person be Bob Blackstar. We call Bob Blackstar meaning bo. Say with a human right into Blackstar person be Bobby Esana who discriminate because person be Bobby meaning bobo. I didn't know eba amemwodia. I was so bia can be. I was see a select your mom be so for. Omombe bobo. Omombe bumai. Obia politician bia make decision bia na osuro electorate no hwe say yete Ghana ha na Chinese need to be fail in so say o si dan yesi so na obetuma kwa China ko twadua but baby ya feel preshi lagunia na say minister nyamishra Greater Accra regional minister Greater Accra mayor nyamishra omo hwe monye edwuma na moye no say president say electorate no mom to aba no foot soldier for na ade adwante o beju anya hwe okwa anya me be hira wasefo be die ye say build your mind no hwe maame no gina ne na so baby o say ye kala ni petu be o say ye kala mu free ho onsura de this is the nipa say no ne on qualify say de o mind show on nsa China nipa ha no be feeling so no we sit down yesi so na town and country planning ye tu on kawu. But yes, sorry, I see a quick demolition. That time now, microphone no, not town and country planning for when. Me, we are the president of Ghana. First thing, quite be a year, be a second, we be 20 years, but say audit. It also when they did 20 years, I say, answer, I say, quite no hefa. I say, and I said, that's all. Won't to me, you're quite non-living thing. I'm a quite and say, no, what that's what you say. Why you're quite? a kwan asay na Kwame Nkrumah ye kwan wu ko many years afei ne years an ye ne biemu na president no ono onim kwan mu president Kufuor ye kwan fia kokuma ase oda so ti Ghana kwan na say etut asay kra. How can any government build a road na say na government ni move forward? There also move ko na echirima be hwese we num na ye what you say. But President Kufuor on yet engineer highways engineer na say baby omo ye kwan minimum on ye edwuma wo ho. Nti no wona e de ahye won sa say wona wo behwe me be gina kwan so say ye ni you and you me hu. But wona e hye won sa no as engineer na wona wo hwe no. Say yes, kwan be di 20 years na edi 5 years na tutu say achi wutu. Sa na edi bu mai. Oh, one fa say no dey na democracy. Democracy no ye the amount time a wo person developer won ye you. Na we sidan town planning for munim say baby ankofo de bia mu de ka twem wo ho. You know mo adwuma no say e wo say mo planning o man no. Mo planning o man no na ankofo ni sidan ni wi a mo ba say ye bebu.
But without democracy, you will not be in parliament.
I will say democracy no, you tailor no, and yeah, one size fit all kind of stuff. The democracy in Ghana won't work in Burkina Faso. The democracy in China won't work in England. Human beings are different, and democracy no, see a tailor no, depending on their culture, their history, and everything. You cannot practice the same democracy in Iran, in Australia.
Asempa FM.
And you know, we have to practice. I am a Democrat. I believe in democracy, but our democracy must be tailored in such a way, say, develop it. You cannot have every party coming with their manifesto. When you have a National Development Planning Commission, what is their job? We have to have a blueprint as a country that every government will follow. Every government must campaign and say that, yeah, bano, the amino ye plan, they say, ye be idea when crofo we know, omo chawa huntino monto abama ni yambe and tem. And yes, say be a win we pay yen by yen be say that big plan at the ho. But I can say when omu de no boarding, moto abama yen I baby and tem ye be ni cheaper so, e be last so. That is the campaign. You cannot have run a country with party manifestos, and that was the recommendation of the National of the Constitution Review Commission, the one that was set up by Professor Mills. It was part of the recommendations, and this is what we have to do as a country. It's whether if Ghana ye na manko parliament na anything, because without democracy man na manko parliament be say Ghana.
Well, some honorable Kwame again. I think that it makes 100% sense. And most sometimes the moment you jandam and throwing as if on instant chain, democracy needs to be tailor-made. I think that some okay, former president J.J. Rawlings said the same thing whilst he was alive. Kwame Nkrumah also said the same thing while he was alive. You cannot bring democracy from Western world and bang, now to Africa. So it doesn't work like that. Because now you can say, see, you be use over president. First 1 year, no, a fair na would be you ministers. The ministers will go and learn on the job. The second year, they start to work actively. Third year, a campaign. Because the next year, no, also so it's like cycle be a quite BC. That is why we are not developing. But send your own kind, we are saying, you had 4 years presidency in the developer. Well, then now they hear Rwanda haka create to about Paul Kagame beje kumia otena so watena so besi ne. Look how Rwanda is developing. Untimi mfa Ghana entutu Rwanda enkaze Rwanda Ghana developing in Rwanda. No, and Africa you can developer you bo Rwanda di. Meanwhile, whilst we are alive now they are in the 90s. Now Rwanda a war toll zone. Ntokwa tisi wama Hutus in the almost can't say you so one person continually akora minor atumpon. Intimate Salam so we Ghana in this emphasis say you talk about NDC. Let's give NDC about 20 years straight. Almost developing mind to the next level. If you say we kick them out, then we bring on the next person. What they have these Arab nations, Dubai, Qatar, and so on, you're in trouble, but the countries are developed because so when you're and I be with clear. That's why we focus that we develop minds are the China money as for. US they developed later and mobile democracy about 4 years ago. So as honorable Kwame A+ country be anywhere say I the 4 years term presidency and a developer unless somebody proves me wrong or proves honorable say honorable is wrong. But for me, my view the honorable is right. It in 70 why you can't I just see a tree about mind in a Ghana mind boom. Comment section and sure say why can Fabra. in developing. It is a term of office of a president in the you best extend it 6 years. I like that idea. May the country be to Finland, example amount. Term of office of a president is 6 years in that country. 6 good years. It is a 6 years since I go 2 terms 12 years. Ube team there I never be brave or my now 4 years pa near to you. There point in the room. Point be in him. And one is a matter when we nyansa now you talk about the manner or me developing my mind and console. That's it. If I drink this is the debate with the Munufie, Medini will Munufie Aman Kona.